Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Monday, April 10th. I am off work today again, so I decided to do another paint with me, or whip and chat, whatever you would like to call it. I had to take a drink. So, first off, I want to apologize for the lighting in the last video. One of you brought to my attention that the light, it was like very blinding on my diamond painting. And the reason why I think that is because I had the light pad on and my side lamp. When I work without recording a video, the lighting's fine. But I realize that the lighting can change when you have all of that and then you're recording. So we are just having the light pad on today, and I can already see that it's much better. And I mean, it's daytime, it's like 1 o'clock here, so there is enough light where I do not need that side table light on just yet. Okay, so we're just going to chat today because I can tell you about my day yesterday and about today and chat with you on a couple things. So let me so I finished the section I was working on in yesterday's video. I diamond painted for a lot yesterday. Finished that, started on this section, got all the black done, and then started on the skin. So I've done a lot, a whole lot. And you know, so yesterday I'm just straightening these up. This is a really easy way to do it. When I place ABs, I use a Pretty Placer wax crayon. She's on Etsy. And when I use it, it's hard to get them exactly precise. Like you can't press down on the crayon because it will flatten the tip. And so what I did yesterday, and it worked out really well, I would do a section, and then I would take this pen that has a straightener on the back and just go through like this and just straighten them all up. It worked fantastic. It went very, very fast and well. So new method of straightening my diamonds is using a straightener on the back of that pen. So yeah, I got up yesterday. Wait a minute, let me do that S symbol. What is that? 25. So I got up with Bill yesterday at 5:30, made his lunch, and then I went and laid back in bed. But when he left, I said, you know what? I'm awake. I said, I'm going to get up so I can get stuff done. I knew I wanted to do a video. And so I got up, did some house stuff, like I did laundry. I attempted to run the dishwasher. Remember I said we have a new dishwasher coming on this Friday. But I wasn't sure if it was completely not working or not. And I said, you know what? We had like a dishwasher full of dishes. I said, let me try and run it. So I did that, and then I had coffee. I read some of my book, and then I got myself dressed, did my video. You know, I did the video very early in the morning at like 7. And then after I was done doing the video, it still was very early. I mean, I wasn't having to go to my dad's until 2:30. I didn't have to leave my house till 2:30. And I said, okay, well, the dishwasher just stopped running. And I'm like, So I opened it up. Yeah, nothing's clean. So I said, okay, I'm just going to have to wash these dishes and wash dishes until Friday. So in the midst of washing dishes, I will sometimes do this too. If I have a big section, I'll do like crisscross lines, just have something to do. So Bill called when I was in the middle of doing the dishes, and he's like, what are you doing? And I told him, and he's like, oh, well, thank you for doing that. And I said, yeah, you know, I had to go get a bath towel to lay the dishes out on because we do have a dish drainer, but it's really small. Like you can fit like 2 cups in it. It's not made for a whole sink full of dishes. So I just washed them, dried them, put them away, no problem. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave like 2:30 for my dad's. I said, so I'll see you when I get home because Bill will be leaving work at 2:30. And his initial plan was to not come with me because he was the one that said, no, I'm going to be tired. I'll just come home. No problem. You know, my dad understands that. I mean, I got to take another drink. My dad understands that. So I was just planning to bring Bill a plate of food. So we hang up. I finish all that. And now I'm sitting down to like diamond paint because everything's done. I got laundry done really early. I had everything done and it was only like 10:35. I said, ooh, this is a rare opportunity for me to get like a lot of diamond painting in. So I settled down to diamond paint and I watched The Other Boleyn Girl, a movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend if you like period pieces like that. So it's about King Henry and Anne Boleyn, and it's so good because there's well-known people in it. Like Eric Bana is King Henry. He looks really good in that movie. Then Anne Boleyn is played by Natalie Portman, and Mary, her sister, is played by Scarlett Johansson. Love all of those actors and actresses. The movie was so good, and I've seen it a number of times. It is one movie that I can watch over and over and over again. So yeah, I've seen it probably 10, 15 times. And it's the fact that it was on Netflix. I was like, oh, perfect. So then I was looking for something to watch after that because I watched that movie and that movie was 2 hours and I still had time. So before I started watching something else, Bill called again and he's like, would you like me to leave work at 2 o'clock and come with you? I said, that would be fantastic. I said, you were the one that said, you know, I'm tired. He's like, yeah, it's no problem. And you know, he can make his own schedule at the part-time job. So it was no problem for him to leave at 2 o'clock because he just marks his time down. And they don't mind. Like, it's not like his regular full-time job where he would have to put in a leave slip and all that. So yeah, he was home at 2:30. And I had bought him this key fob cover for his key fob for his truck because just to protect it. And so I was like, oh, it came in the mail, you know, it came from Amazon. And so he was like, okay, well, let me try to get it in there. And it came with like this little tiny ring that you had to get on it. Well, I wound up dropping it and it rolled under the stove. I just stood there and laughed and I was like, really? He's like, we don't have time to fool with this now anyway. We got to go. So when we came back home, I tried to shine my flashlight underneath the stove and I couldn't find it. So luckily I just went and got like a smaller little ring off of another key ring. But it was so funny because it was like, you know, microscopic. I said, why do they make that stuff this small and difficult? So I decided, I was flipping through Amazon Prime because I have Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Hulu. I was flipping through Amazon Prime and I saw the show Good Times available on something called Freevee, which it has ads, but you can watch the stuff for free. And I remember watching that show as a kid, but I didn't really remember how good it was. So if you've never seen it, it is set in the 70s in Chicago. And it is about this African-American family that lives in the projects. And it's about them struggling, surviving, family issues. It's a cross between a drama and a comedy. And it stars Esther Roll is the mom. Jimmy Walker is one of the sons. It's 2 sons and a daughter and the mother and father. The father is John Amos. And then there's a neighbor. And Janet Jackson, I know, makes an appearance. I think this was like her first like television appearance. She winds up being on the show at some point. I looked ahead. There's 6 seasons on there. I don't remember how many seasons of the show there are, but the last season, it looks like it has a lock symbol, so I don't know if I'll be able to access that without paying something. But at least I have 5 seasons to watch. I watched so much of that yesterday. What I had forgotten, and I mean, I was a kid when this show was on originally. I forgot how faith-based it is. They reference God in some way in every episode, and I absolutely love it because it's not thrown in your face. It is like, or preachy. It is like how I would how I behave in my everyday life towards God and believing, and it's so good. Was telling Bill about it last night. I said, I love that show so much. So if you have a chance and you like stuff like that, Amazon Prime, highly recommend. Love it, love it, love it. Someone also asked me if this pen is comfortable over a long period of time. I diamond painted with this all day yesterday, and yep, it's very comfortable. Because, you know, you can hold your hand in a normal position, right? Just like this. Love it. Okay, so we went to my dad's, had dinner, which was very good, spent some time over there. We left there about 5:30, then came home. I stitched last night, so I got a lot of stitching done. And I watched more of Good Times. Okay, let's do 4. And then I stayed up a little bit because I knew I had off today. And normally I have my phone with me upstairs, but I left it downstairs to charge. And I didn't get downstairs till like 11-ish. And I see my stepdaughter called me and texted me, and we don't really talk on the phone. We'll text back and forth like funny stuff, or if she calls me, there usually is something wrong, or she needs to get a hold of my husband, Bill, and she can't. So she had called me first, and then when I didn't answer, she texted me. Her mom took them to New Orleans for Easter weekend. And she was like, the Bachelorette is being filmed at our hotel. I was like, what? She watches the Bachelorette. We watch it. So we always talk about it. I was like, holy crap. So that was kind of cool because that's the next Bachelorette is Charity. And she was on this season of Zach's The Bachelor. And I forget when it's going to start. I want to say June. I think it's going to start in June. So I was like, that's so cool though. And so I'm sure we'll see them on Sunday, next Sunday. So I'm sure she'll tell us all about it. But I was like, OMG. And yeah, so I went to bed, got up this morning. I made Bill's lunch, went back to bed till like 7. And then knew I had house stuff to do again, like laundry, make tea, banking, checking to see if our job for tomorrow is confirmed yet, which it has not. But I needed to go to Michael's because I needed a skein of 701, which is a beautiful green color. When I was stitching last night, I looked at the floss and I was like, crap, I could see like the white of the bobbin. So I knew I was going to need it. And instead of waiting until Thursday when I'm, at the retreat, I said, I'll just go to Michael's and get it, because now going in Michael's is like 2 minutes because they only have one cashier and the rest is self-checkout. I always do self-checkout because it's so easy. So I was in and out of Michael's in like 2 minutes. And then I planned on going to Dollar Tree. Let me tell you, I really think that Dollar Tree, maybe I'm wrong, underutilized store for cards. Cards, if you have not priced cards recently, and my mother-in-law, no, my stepmother and I were talking about it yesterday at dinner. You know, if you buy a card like at Hallmark or even on Amazon, you know, they're like $6, $7, $8 for a card that's going to essentially be thrown in the trash in a day or two. I don't buy my cards anymore mainstream stores like that. Dollar Tree has actually a line of Hallmark cards called Heartline. They're 2 for $1. 50 cents, people. Or $1. I mean, how can you beat that? So I went there and I had to get 2 Mother's Day cards, 2 birthday cards, and then I got birthday candles for Bill's cake. And I decided, now there's 2 Dollar Trees close to me. One is like right around the corner from the house, and the other one is 3 times the size. And it is maybe not 3 times the size, but it at least is double the size. It's really big. And it was on the way home from Michael's. So I also had to get gas because I like to fuel up before I go to, you know, Ocean City. So I decided to go to the bigger Dollar Tree. And then I said, okay, it'll be easy for me to get gas on the way home. So I go to the Dollar Tree. Now, this Dollar Tree is always busy. Doesn't matter what time of day. So I go in and I get a basket because my plan was to not only get the birthday candles, which I found. I got a 5 and a 0 because Bill's turning 50. I decided, you know, his present from me is the floor for his boat, which is costing a lot of money. So I wasn't going to have a physical gift for him to open. I said, you know what? I want to give him something to open that doesn't cost a bunch of money. So I said, I'm going to get a gift bag at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to fill it with his favorite snacks and candy. I know he would love that. So I'm walking through the aisles and I found like some containers for like leftovers. No more am I buying those containers at the grocery store. No. $1 for like 3 of them at Dollar Tree. Or $1.25, excuse me. So, and I get the gift bag. So I'm like, okay, well, at least now I know how much I have to fill with candy and snacks. I get to the aisle where the candy and snacks are. And I'm standing there because they have a whole section of like movie box candy. You know, like the size that you would get at the theater. So I find Butterfinger and Boston baked beans because Bill loves those and you can't find those hardly anywhere. And I'm standing there and this guy saddles right up next to me. I mean, close to me. And he's like, ooh, what goodies are here? And I thought, oh, Lord. And he says, he picks up Charleston Chew. And he says, oh, I love these. Have you ever had these? And I looked and I said, yeah, I think so. And he goes, oh, yeah, Boston baked beans. I said, yeah, my husband loves those. And then I just start like walking down the aisle. Like I'm trying to pick out the candy and get away from this guy because my spidey sense is tingling and I trust my gut on stuff like that. Like he was literally giving me the creeps. And so I go around the corner. I'm looking at the chips. Now he's next to me at the chips. And I thought, oh, Lord. And I pick up like these, it was TGI Fridays, like cheddar and bacon. He goes, oh, yeah, I was looking at those too. And I thought, oh, my God, am I going to have to say something like at the register? Like, can someone walk me to my car? Because I was like starting to think this guy's going to be following me out to my car, right? So I get the last aisle is frozen foods. And I actually was going to look. They have beef and peppers with rice that I get there, but I didn't see it. And I wasn't playing around trying to dig through. I was trying to get done, get in line, and get out of there before that gentleman was checking out. So I get up to the line and I see a couple people get behind me and I'm like, oh good. He's like, I haven't even seen him get in line yet. Well, another cashier opens up and takes me and I see him like 2 aisles over. When I tell you that I made a beeline to my car, I am not joking. That guy could have been completely harmless, but I just did not feel comfortable at all. And I got in the car, locked the door right away, pulled away, left. Got some good stuff for Bill though. Came home, got gas, came home, filled up the bag. So I have all that ready. I still got to fill out the cards. I actually got Bill 2 cards. I got him like a funny card, and then I got him a 50th birthday card, which is also funny, but it says 50 on the front. So for 50 cents, yeah, I'll buy you 2 cards. So yeah, I got some of the cards to fill out, but yeah, decided to do this video, and then I'm going to have some lunch after this, and I'll be able to come back and do some more diamond painting and watch Good Times. The theme song to the show, because I watched so many episodes yesterday, it's stuck in my head now. Been going around the house today singing it. Okay. Oh, yeah, the color that I had to get was, I told you, did I say 701? A beautiful green color. So last night when I was stitching, I got a message on my iPad from a subscriber. And they had a diamond painting question for me. Okay. Wait a minute, let me find, I'm going to do this symbol. What's the dot? 27. She showed me a picture of a needlepoint kit that she loved but couldn't do. So she ordered a custom diamond painting of it. And she has 3/4 of it done. Like she only has like a small square left to do. And it actually wasn't a bad custom. Like the blues looked really good. The only thing that I could see in that was her issue was the background was like a light gray and then the flowers were white. So you almost couldn't tell the difference between the flowers and the background. And she was like, I don't know, what I'm going to even do with this. What do you think about how that looks? And so I gave her my opinion, which is what I just told you guys. And I said, you've come this far, I would probably finish it. But then I sat there and I messaged her back and I said, well, here's my thought also. Life is too short and our crafting time is literally so precious that if this is not bringing you joy, throw it in the trash. You need to give yourself permission to get rid of projects that aren't bringing you joy. I've given or thrown away many projects, and I have no remorse because I told her, I said, this was a learning lesson, right? Yeah, absolutely. If you have gained some knowledge or something from it, there's no shame in getting rid of a project. I know people don't like to throw things away because they feel like they wasted money. I don't have that thought. Like I said, if I have gained knowledge or had some good stitching time, because there are many stitching projects, like that Valentine project that I was working on by Primrose Cottage Stitches, I just threw it right in the trash. I enjoyed working on it when I did, but I just really lost interest in it and didn't want to finish it. It doesn't mean I hated it per se, but I just was like, I'm not going to spend my precious crafting time on something that it's not bringing me complete and utter joy. And so I hope you guys do the same thing. Okay, what else? I wrote little notes because I didn't want to forget anything. Oh, my shadow box. Okay, so I had a subscriber, Nancy. She made the decal for the shadow box that I'm getting. The decal came in the mail on Friday and it's fantastic. The shadow box also shipped, so I don't know when that's coming. I'm going to have to check the tracking because it's coming from Canada. But when I get that set up, I will definitely show you guys. And it's going to take me a while to fill that, so I will definitely have that for a while. because the box is deep. So I love that it has a side hinge. So all I have to do is just lay the box down, open it up, put the diamonds in, shut it back up, instead of having to get a funnel and try to feed the diamonds in through the top. So yeah, I meant to mention that on Sunday, yesterday, and I forgot the shadow box. Okay, last thing, and okay, 25 minutes isn't bad. Always looking for good shows to watch, right? I saw a commercial, and this was on YouTube, because movie trailers pop up when I'm like uploading my video. I see Paramount Plus is doing a reboot of Fatal Attraction. Do you remember the movie with Glenn Close and Kirk Douglas? Back in 1987 was that movie. Well, Paramount Plus is doing a reboot, and they're doing a series of episodes, not just a movie. So it stars, I think his name is Joshua. It stars Pacey from Dawson's Creek. Whatever his name is. He's Dan. He's the husband. Amanda Peet is his wife, Beth. And then I forget who is Glenn Close's character. I was like, I would love to see that, but I don't have Paramount Plus. And I was like, crap. So I was like, well, maybe it'll come to Amazon or Netflix or something. Well, when I was on Amazon this morning, a thing popped up. They had a special Paramount Plus for $2.99 for 2 months. I was like, ooh, because that series comes out like this month. It might be tomorrow. I have to look and check what date, but I know it's April. And so I subscribed because I want to be able to watch it. So it'll be worth $2.99. And then I'll just cancel it when I'm done, when it's over. Because after April, May, so June, I'll be charged $9.99 if I don't cancel it. So yeah, it's well worth it. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, I'm going to have to check into that and see when it's coming on. But I love that movie. That's another movie that I can watch over and over and over again. Because let me tell you, if you've seen it, it's about Kirk Douglas has an affair with Glenn Close. And Glenn Close goes like psychotic. You feel for her though. Like there are points where you feel for her. Not that I condone violence or any of the things that she did, but I get it. I totally get it. But the series, I feel like it's going to be really good. So yeah, can't wait. And I'm still reading that book, The Slumber Party. It's a little bit of a nail biter. It's not as good as the couple of books I read, but it's holding my interest, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so yeah. But yeah, so I'm going to end here, guys. Oh, I did want to say, and I'll probably remind you guys on Wednesday. Tomorrow will be face-to-face video for sure because I'm working. Thursday and Friday, no video. Sunday, no video, because Sunday is going to be a very busy day with me coming home, going to the grocery store. We're going to dinner for Bill's birthday, so it's going to be go, 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 go on Sunday. But yeah, I will record, of course. I will do a vlog. What I'll do is I'll record when I'm at the retreat, and then put the video up for Monday. That will be my Monday video where I recap the retreat. I'll record every day in the room like I normally do, and yeah, it'll be good. Okay. I hope you guys have had a good Easter, a good weekend, and are having a good Monday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.